Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector, where we are continuing pretty much where we left off here. We're going to be doing one more swing kind of around the northeastern part of the star system and maybe try to look for a few more desperation places to settle a colony. We're close. We got a pretty good bank account. We have a pretty good fleet so far. I'd say more than pretty good at this point of recent combat's been any indication. But one thing that I'm a little concerned about as we just look at our missions here that's been accepted real quick is that we're going to be flying pretty far. We could potentially be running into a need for some repairs, especially since we're coming back up here, and especially because I did a Falcon thing with SRMs, harpoons, not like the greatest here. I could probably put missiles here instead of heavy mortars, but I want the AI to have something to do in case it runs out of missiles, as it inevitably will. I probably would be smarter for me to go ahead and get another tanker. So instead of doing some contracts here, we're going to go to the fleet screen, and I'm thinking about possibly buying a larger tanker pretty soon and just getting an ox tug to start dragging around some bigger things like the Colossus Heavy Freighter. We can deal with the 7. It's just that the big fuel tanks are 6s, so we may need to get rid of this Phaeton eventually, because you do have a fleet limit. You do have a size cap for how much of a fleet you can have. Unfortunately for us, we have pretty much bought this little place out of all their fuel. So what we're going to do after we refit our latest edition here is to go and it's kind of funny that I'm buying this here, because I think I passed up 2 or 3 that I could have gotten for free. That's just the name of the game, I guess. We're going to need to buy a little bit more fuel before we get started here, but we are going to go far to the east. We're going to go by here because we know there is a Perdition Wing blueprint here, which means that there's got to be probably a research station, to be honest, or something that has some good stuff to knock off. But this is the first survey ship, and it's going to be in the Alpha Both black hole. Beta Both is actually nearby. Once again, once you start getting out here, the systems are really friggin' far away for making a colony. But there's sometimes some other good stuff here, or warning beacons, as we got our first introduction to remnants last time. And that worked out pretty well until they called in a few too many reinforcements. So we're going to go ahead and go over here. In terms of colony space real quick, I've looked at most of the planets I want to look at around here, except for maybe Duzak and Penelope Star, which sometimes do have some decent colonies stuff to be able to set up. So that is something I may do, but by the end of this video we may have a colony, or we may be very close to having somewhere, but we're still going to be seeing if we can get some contracts in the right direction. So that is the goal here, is just to fly, have good old-fashioned fun. Apparently they don't like us doing black market trade. Well, if you don't like black market trade, why do you have it in your system? Okay, so you can see that our fuel profile is ridiculously huge. And yet we're going to stop to buy a little more fuel, because I am of the philosophy that you should just do things redundantly. There we go. Analyze the derelict ship. I have a feeling that that is where some of our supplies are going to be, but we are already heading in that direction. That is the exact kind of contract that we want. So let's visit the Chupi Orko system, which is a fun name to say out loud. Chupi Orko, Chupi Orko, Chupi. That's an abandoned siphon station again. I could actually just drop off a bunch of gear here, but I kind of hate to do it when I have other stuff set at the other place and I'll forget about what's where. I mean, I have a video record of what I'm doing, so maybe it shouldn't be too big of a problem, but I'm a pack rat. Alright, so what can we buy here? We can buy not a ton of fuel, but probably enough of fuel. The volatiles... Ugh. I didn't go to a good place to sell these. And there's 270 of them. I'll see if we can not get screwed over by this here. And I'll keep the heavy machinery as well for now. If I was looking at a little bit more profiteering, I actually could have sold those. I think I meant to sell those, and I didn't. So that's a bit of a whoops. But we shall carry on. I mean, I don't have If I drop off all my weapons at that station, I mean, surely I will remember. I mean, not all my weapons, in case I get like a ship that I need to pony up and make good. But let's get here. I'm just rambling now. Let's complete the mission, get what we are here for, which is to buy all the fuel, anything we can sell on the open market that makes us look like good little human beings like this. I think that's a little wasteful, but whatever. And I don't think we're going to have a picket come after us. So at this station, we could transfer some ships too, but how much inventory space do we have? I kind of want to say that we have as much as we need, but I could probably put the, well, first off, let's put this over here. Oh, let's hit the control, though. Broadsword, we'll put the claw in there, we'll put the cobra, gladius, sure, longbow. Ooh, I probably should have equipped that, but I didn't. So piranha, spark. Oh, sparks are so good. Okay, we'll hold on to those. In terms of all these nasty weapons up here, we'll put the volatiles up here. We're not selling them anytime soon. If we find a ship that needs Gauss cannons, we're probably mothballing it. Molnir cannons, also good. You know, maybe I should put those on the Legion. I don't know. They're very flex hungry. Storm Needlers, on the other hand, well, they I don't know. There's a lot of good options, but I'm just trying to free up some inventory blocks right now. That seems okay. Yeah, that's fine. Definitely our highest cost stuff. So if we look out here now, look, we have just a little bit more leeway. That's all I really want. I'm expecting to knock off some stuff here. So we're going to set up for Alpha Both. We're going to have a grand old time, as I am now instinctively holding shift anytime I fly. I wonder if I've been doing this the whole time and I just didn't realize it. You know, we're considering the number of comments I got that said, by the way, do this, I don't think that's the case. So transponder off because we like to party. That doesn't make any sense. I guess we're flying through a solar storm, or still call these solar storms like a moron. Flying through some hyperspace storms to get this started. Meanwhile, I can see the diagonal path down below that I should have taken instead. But if we look at our fleet here, our ships are doing okay. We have one fuel tanker that's honestly would like to argue with that assumption that we're doing okay. But if we look around here, like we have some places with like a bunch of gas giants. But like we have a red dwarf, that's a maybe. A red dwarf, that's a maybe. A double star system, which is a maybe. I've seen some hilarious pictures posted online lately. Maybe the best... Ooh, well, whatever that was, they're running away from us from the looks of it. Maybe the best one I saw was a system that actually has 3 neutron stars in it. And everybody's playing the vanilla version, so that's just a new world generation. So see, like, I'm a little concerned when you look at a place like this. We're pretty far away, but not too far away. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a quick look-see in here just to see what planets are here. This is kind of my limit for how far I'd be comfortable going. And we get a Dominion Era probe. Rocky world, volcanic world. So kind of garbage. But that's exactly what I expected. So let's take this garbage and get some supplies and fuel out of it. So pretty much the cost of the jump. Almost the cost of the jump. We have a pretty big fleet, so those jumps are a little more expensive. But the more important detail is that we're not going to fly through that terrible mess when we can just go over here. I always forget about the bottom right that tells us, oh, by the way, you don't have to fly through the garbage. Just follow the clean paths. Ooh, that was a dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. Could have done this the whole time. But yeah, I'm half expecting to have like some terrible, nasty opponent just blast me out of the sky. Which probably reminds me, what are my bounties? Doesn't look like we have a lot over in this area, so all is quiet on the eastern shore. Oh god. It's at least if we're gonna screw this up, let's screw this up correctly. Okay, so once again we're gonna be watching our fuel profile pretty closely, because we want to make it back to the core worlds. We may have to farm some buddies to do that. Actually, I have a lot of supplies. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a slingshot. And hopefully we don't have to fight too much here. So we're far out now. And I have a sensor ping somewhere. That's a derelict, isn't it? It's an Atlas MK2 modified super freighter just floating out in the sky. So, I mean, technically it's an Atlas. The problem is that I'd much rather have a crewed Atlas, like something that I can throw crew, or not crew, but it's something that I can throw like cargo in. So we're gonna just salvage it. But that's a nice find. Like, we're eating fuel. We actually got another Squall MLRS, which has been doing some pretty good suppressive fire. So while we're here, should we have come all the way out here? I don't know, but we're here now. And we're kind of on the clock too. So I can't really like play around and look at like systems over here that I definitely wouldn't occupy. I kind of want to think about these, but we'll see how everything's going, because we have some homework to do now, and apparently we're only doing work for the Independents, so screw getting commissions, I guess. Survey ship located in a ring system. Alright, well, I guess that means we go to the outer system jump point. Unless there's a gas giant that has a ring system in it, we have another probe. Okay, good. It's the variety that has the big, long, old system. I'm not making any sense with my mouth words now. But you know what I didn't do last time? I didn't double tap. That's fuel that I left on the table. So, shame on me. I guess we can do a quick ping. Okay, we got some shit down here. And you are another probe. And you found a survey ship, so that's good. So this is how we're gonna make our fuel back, even if we lose some heavy machinery along the way. Whoops. All right, so go over here, because this ring system is pretty broad, unfortunately. I mean, even if we don't end up having, like, a ton of stuff, the least we can do is get the contract here. And maybe there's a research station in the middle as well. I guess we'll know soon enough. But this is a little bit of the fear that you have with taking some of these contracts. This is probably it. There we go. Survey ship. What do you want to bet it's guarded by some jokers? Oh, we got 80,000 for it. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. I like this one. And we've got AI commanders on it too. Let's engage the automated defenses. I am confident in my fleet's abilities to do this. It's famous last words, but we have the Legion battle cruiser. We might as well take these fights. I mean, if we can take on remnants like crazy. I don't know what we're getting pelted on though. Maybe it's like tiny little space rocks. Seems to be exactly it. So tiny annoying hull damage for everybody today. It's really nice to see little details like this. It's like we're fighting in an asteroid field. So here comes the asteroids. Okay, here's our buddies. Let's go ahead and send you out here. So just try to get you guys out of here ASAP. Alright, that's a good start. hopefully that Falcon disengages, because we don't want you to do the thing here. It did not disengage. Well, we tried. We told you not to do it this way. I mean, that's more fuel for everybody else, I guess, but it's some crew losses that I'd rather not take. Okay. We are outfluxing you in a hurry, and we can actually take these hits just a little bit. Alright, so... Okay, you're about to be gone. So that's pretty nice. Hopefully that eagle can get out of there. So, turns out the kind of squishy pirate boat actually has some engagement problems, but this is a good sign because we're going to have to be able to take these kind of fights if we want to take on a mothership. Okay, so there's our suppression rockets again. I'd really love to get the expanded missile racks. Yeah, you're gone. So we did a great job managing our flux there. Like, we got almost capped, but having all these vents is good because we can once again take those hits. All right, you're defeated. Oh, look, that's an aspirational paragon. All right, so we lost 380 crew. That's from the Falcon. We lost 100-some crew. Oh no. Okay, so we lost both Falcons and an apogee. Let's see. Can we recover? We can recover an apogee. We can recover this. So we are going to recover both. We get some more D-mods, which is a little unfortunate, but I mean, this is the nature of the beast. We lost one Falcon, which sucks, but this is a good test for what kind of metal we're made of here, and that's a lot of supplies and fuel too, so it's a good time for everybody. Sort by this. Actually gonna have maybe some inventory problems in just a minute. And look, a junior officer, Byron Olympus, has distinguished himself recently as worthy of consideration for command of a ship. His skills point defense and he's cautious, which are maybe not my favorites, but after seeing the performance that these guys have done, ooh, a synchronon core, maybe after seeing the performance there, we should maybe have some cautious pilots. Now, the funny thing that I was thinking about off camera here is that I was rolling in nanoforges my last playthrough. That was my good RNG that time. This time I'm just rolling in salvage ships. But I don't really care so much about fuel production versus giving it to somebody else, so we can double tap this as well. Get a lot of fuel, and that's good. We know we need to be a little cautious here. Let's look at the fleet screen real quick. So you guys are not battle ready. We're going to be losing a lot of supplies here, but we have supplies to spare. It is unfortunate that this one with the built-in integrated targeting unit did in fact just die. I mean, I guess you gotta have your shields up at some point. Lieutenant Autumn McCall, you should know better, but he does have damage control, so that's on the ships you want to keep, it's good to have a pilot with damage control. Talking to you, Dawit Bouchard. We're gonna fly by the event horizon just to see if we can get a research base, but if the research base is too heavily guarded, we're gonna cut our losses. That's maybe it. Let's not do it like this. We're gonna fly safe and fly at normal speed, because we're gonna get dragged into something that is a research station. Oh god. And we're gonna have to emergency burn out of here like an idiot because I did what I said I wouldn't do. This is why I used to autosave before every black hole, because I've been sucked into too many event horizons, but then a recording error kind of screwed me over. Location, domain, error, probe. So, fortunately we didn't have to fight. So let's see what we get. That looks pretty good. That's not as exciting. I mean, a longbow blueprint is good. Pirate blueprint package, I guess. Nah, we're probably not going to learn that. And a paladin point defense system is maybe the most exciting thing here. But, you know what we do here. Salvage operations. It is a low chance, and yet we lost people anyway. So what do we get on the second swing? Shield shunt. Okay, but a wasp and another dagger. Those are worth my time. I mean, not that any of this isn't really worth my time. We have 66 days to get there, 72 days to get here, and there is a perdition blueprint around here somewhere as well. Let's just do our homework and stick to what we need to do. I do have another skill available, and it's probably not going to be phase mastery, I'll tell you that. All combat ships, including carriers and militarized civilian ships, flux dissipation, flux capacity, flux conduits, and then maybe we can get redacted here, because shield modulation is good. I'm really not sure if I want to take missile specialization, which would give me the expanded missile racks, or systems and or expertise, just because that's just really good. I mean, plus 50% range is like massive. And plus 30 seconds peak operating time is gravy. But I do think the flux generation is pretty important. Apparently I need containment procedures at this point. But I'm going to take flux regulation for now, because that is something that benefits the entire fleet. And it does put me a point away from starting to be able to recover some of these automated ships, which I think we actually... well, let's read it here. The total automated ship points are equal to the deployment recovery cost of an automated ship in the fleet, plus extra points for installed AI cores, 10 for alpha, 7 for beta, 5 for gamma core. So they can only be piloted by, or only be captained by AI cores, but apparently they can go on their own. I think that's a... This is more of a we're playing for fun instead of maybe maximum efficiency. We're flying a freaking Legion, so we should be doing a lot of combat stuff, and maybe even a few of the these, but we're not, because screw it, right? You only get one first time playing through a big content update like this. Why not have a little bit of fun and experiment with some of the new shit? Is that a sensor ping? No, that's literally just space dust. We're losing more money monthly, but that big, I'm not looking at my cargo right here. Let's go ahead. I don't really want to like pollute my ship pool with this, but I need to see what blueprints we have. I haven't talked about this section as much right now, so let's just sort by size. We have some cruisers. We have we can rebuild apogees eventually, which is nice. We have some destroyers. We have frigates. I don't really need the pirate version of these. Yeah, I don't think I do. I really am excited about the fighter tech that I have, though. And then weapons. Oof, we're doing good on weapons. But anyway, this will sell for a lot, and that'll help support the colony. That's way more important than fuel production. So we're not going to get that. Wasp LPC is good. Survey. Wow, we didn't actually know surveying equipment. Well, we know it now. That's something that we can modify all of our little subships to add surveying equipment. I mean, we're flying with 2 apogees right now, so survey cost is not a deal breaker at all. But look at this. The core worlds are still like happily waiting right there. We may be able to go through multiple black holes, but let's see if Zabala doesn't like kick us in the teeth first. Because for all I know, it's a red flashing beacon of death. We already have seen what the orange medium beacon. It's like medium death. Yeah. It's all fun until we get like the oh, somebody's flying over here. What you want to do? All right, orbiting an inactive gate, so that's probably on the outside of the system. And I guess we can see if we want to go to the black holes. First off, who are you? A salvage fleet that's not doing a lot. There's actually a lot of planets here. Let's do the outer system. That's probably safer. They're running from our fleet, so it's pirates. Alright. Are they running from our fleet by trying to stay in our little warp bubble again? Because that's been an interesting recurring bug / feature. Desert world, rocky metallic world, barren world, barren world. So we do have a desert world to look at. Where's our inactive gate? Up here. So let's survey the desert world. Oh yeah, they totally just tried to give us a big old space hug. I am not particularly... Ooh, I'm particularly interested in that. I'm not too interested in the sensor array. Although I might hack it. Mud skipper transport, not what I was hoping for. Look, we got a light dual machine gun. We're blasting now. Okay. Okay, if we claim it, it's just gonna like do a big beacon for, hey, by the way, guys, there's somebody here. Yep, and there they are. Okay, they have disengaged, and there's a big ass fight going on here. So let's look at blue. Let's survey. That's what we're here for. It's blue is decivilized. There's a joke there. I can just hear Will Ferrell shouting it. But survey. I'm aging myself really hard because there's people my age that like just would quote those movies extensively all the time, and then there's people that are younger that are like, what are you doing, old person? Why you be like that? All right, so some more volatiles. Accelerated shields, which we don't know. We'll take it all. We're not establishing a colony though. So my morbid curiosity says, let's see what this fight is. Considering we're doing a job for the pirates, I have a feeling we're not invited to the party. Oh my god. Yeah, we're just gonna let them have fun. I said we're gonna let them have fun. Now, technically, my sensor profile is a lot lower when I'm not doing my sustained burn. So that was probably better that I accidentally did it that way. Let's see. At the inactive gate, we have more pirates. Oh, we got a lot of stuff here. So debris field, and it looks like we have some sensor contacts in the debris field. All right. Now there's an Atlas class super freighter. That's kind of the stuff that I was talking about before. So Nebula class civilian transport, Venture class cruiser, Dominator heavy cruiser, Mud Skipper, Nebula, Mud Skipper. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun here, as long as the pirates don't decide to ruin it. Okay, so look, we did your job, right? Oh, we found a habitable world. I wonder if it's the desert planet. All right, so what am I doing? We're not taking that, especially not for a story point. All right. More supplies, more fuel, more fun. All right, let's look over here real quick, just at our new intelligence here. The habitable world is over here. Interesting. Probably too far for our purposes, but we know it's there. All right. And we got pirates coming, so let's not dilly-dally. Words that I didn't realize I'd be saying out loud while making a video here. So Atlas. Attempt to open the pod, and inside the pod is Lieutenant Arcturus Gleese. That could be good. Okay. Now this is big, and it has an erratic fuel injector as a problem, but that's 2,000 cargo capacity. The maximum burn is 6. I don't know if that affects us while we are what's the word for it? Yeah, while we haven't mothballed. But an erratic fuel injector, I think we take it. This is a ship that's pretty expensive and not always for sale, and it has a demod that doesn't affect its cargo capacity. So yeah, I think this is worth my time. All right, and we get a bunch of shit with it. Hooray! While we're here, we're under crew strength, clearly. Not by a lot, but by enough that it matters. How much crew? I'd love to see how much crew each of these ships take. I am sure there is a way I can look at that breakdown. Maximum crew is 60 minus 20. Skeleton crew required 23. Who has the lower? You actually hold crew. You don't have that much cargo capacity. Let's mothball you. Cool. Look at that. Because one thing I need to do is to start getting some more efficient ships like this. Now this does mean we're going to fly slower because we don't have a tug. Maybe that's not the best idea. Ugh. It's a tricky situation to be in because we're not going to be able to fly as fast. But let's see how it goes. Like we're at 7. 14's decent. 14's kind of what I expect eventually to have happen. So this is another tanker. I have enough fuel boats now. Okay, you are coming to say hello. Dominator heavy cruiser. And do we want you? Ugh. 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 I mean, it's literally a Dominator. And it's free. Ugh. So degraded engines, compromised armor. Like, literally the reason you get a Dominator is to put it on the front lines. But I might get it. We're gonna mothball it for now. Oh yeah, we have to mothball it for now. But we're gonna take this. And we still didn't refit you, so auto fit standard. All right. Auxiliary thrusters, yes, because if this is in a fight, we want it to run the fuck away. Language, I know. So Venture class cruiser. Extensive ruins location. Wonder where that is. Yeah, we're not gonna take a Venture. Sorry. Ventures are good, but not that good. Open the pod and we get yet another commanding officer. Begin salvage operations. Like I said, we're just finding all these things. A Shepherd class drone tender, mud skipper, civilian transport. Begin salvage operations. Now, one of the fun parts about this is that okay, they're friendly. Oh, so it's not all pirates here. Yeah, what am I thinking? We don't want that. Alright, so how are we doing on time? Because I'm not really inclined to stick around here. We could go to the fringe jump point. We have 46 days to get over here. That gives us some time to look at one or maybe two of the black holes if we just do a very narrow focus thing. I'm not too interested in the habitable worlds. It's probably like a Utopia style system. And the Epsilon Accetor, or Accetor, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. I get enough grief for what I can and can't pronounce. But we do have a Perdition Wing blueprint here somewhere. Somewhere in the system. I just don't want to like pick too many fights. So we'll do kind of a flyby of these planets. I was halfway thinking of doing a transverse jump, but yeah, this could like wreck my ships just a little bit, so we'll see how this goes. We may have some other friendly fleets here. Oh, they're trying to run. Okay, Ludic base bounty expired. That's fine. Look, they're running in our little path here. So what are you? You're an unknown fleet that's investigating and is pursuing the pirate. So we have independence. Oh, they're now pursuing us. And they burn faster than we do now. So I could try an emergency burn to get out here, or you could just try to take the fight. What's my combat readiness at? You're mothballed. You're not great. You guys are doing okay. Alright, this is always a little risky, trying to go this way. And I'll be honest with you, I could probably take that fight. We don't just want to bump into like 3 other fleets though, so let's see. There's another fleet. It's just teeming with pirate activity here. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Pursuing scavengers. So all these guys are fighting each other. It's just like a regular ecosystem of carnage. All while I'm looking for a blueprint that I might not even use, but we are gonna we're gonna do this. Research station. Somebody suffers damage from it, I know. So I'm assuming this is where the Perdition Wing is. And we got another one of these. Valkyrie class troop transport, cute. Okay, who are you? You're not a threat. Double tap here. Oh, now there we go. First Alpha Core of the run. And also stabilized shields again. And midline blueprint. That is really valuable. I mean, I know it's just like, here's all your freighters and everything, but these midliners are literally the backbone of your fleet. So we're going to take all that right now. Pause again. And I think I may have missed the Perdition Wing right here. I honestly need to check the codex just to see what's there and not there, but I'm pretty sure at this point I'm just happy with what I got. Got an Alpha Core. We've got a big ass tanker. Valkyrie class troop transport, that sounds fine. Yeah, looking pretty good here. So let's go to the end system jump points and let's get the fuck out, because I am a little... What? The independent fleet maneuvers to prevent you from disengaging. Disengaging does not appear to be certain of your identity. The fleet is too large. So we're going to accept the comm request here. I find this find is going to be mine and mine alone. You stay away. If Scavenger searches for the right words, then surprise yourself. If you know what's good for you, the comm link is cut abruptly while you're still considering what to say. You know what? Have fun. Now let's check our fleet damage here real quick, because it was one of these things that actually got hurt. We can't actually scan right now. Scanning. It's going to be just a bunch of ships and garbage. So these guys are all fighting each other. So it's just the plight of humanity, isn't it? There's enough resources for everybody, and yet all you shits keep doing is fighting. Alright, so we can make it to these, I think. We can currently make it back to the core worlds with what we have. The problem is if we go over to the Domain Era probe over in this yellow star system and it doesn't pay out, then we'll be kind of stuck. But I at least want to see what the black holes have, because it's possible that those have some good things or maybe some not so good things. It'll kind of tell us. And because of the massive amounts of loot that I found, I'm a little bit more inclined to maybe let the independent contracts slide. I think I just missed a ping. I'm going to assume those were pirates. Oh god, I'm an idiot. It's like, can you just fly your ships? But yeah, 14 is a little slower than the speed I want to go, but Sometimes you just gotta do what you do. Alright, so let's see what's here. Maybe we'll find something nice. Send it to the family. Maybe we won't find a system teaming with pirates. Because like I said, every jump like this kind of ticks this bar a little bit further away. And while we did have some fun doing a really stupid lack of supply run before, that gets a little more dangerous now. Because fuel just means, okay, we have to fight pirates, and sure, there's a lot of pirate fights I can take. But there's also a lot of pirate fights I can't take. And this is a little bit of a sadness, is that this appears to be one of those research stations that actually does not have, or one of those black holes that did not get the research station. I mean, we've gotten most all the blueprints that we can hope to get. Our system defenses are going to be just fine. I think this may actually be a completely devoid of anything, totally uninteresting, very boring black hole. And if that's the case, then I guess we're just going to bail. But yeah, I've found some good stuff. Alpha core, that's very important. We're not quite leveled up towards anything. How high can we go on level? I think it's 15. Can I see this? Yeah, maximum level's 15. So we have 6 skill points left to distribute, but we can use story points to divvy those up. Yeah, this is just me flying around at this point saying, are you my mommy, daddy, anything? Yeah, I mean, some systems are just picked clean. That's how it goes. And who knows, maybe we do have to stop some places to take some salvage. But I think this is a pretty good point to cut this one here. So we'll jump back up in the hyperspace, cry at that 70 fuel cost. We can still make it to Yema. We can do some speed boosting as well to make that a little bit safer. But yeah, this has been a fun one. It's always nice to go out to the corners and to let's be honest here, we are holding on to way too many weapons, and I don't know why we're not getting dinged for that. But goodness, we have gotten some good stuff today. So I have to say, the auto sort move, the alpha core, that scared me a little bit. We got some good stuff to sell. We got some new ships that are going to be useful for us. We actually got some new crew members as well that I haven't even looked at. And Richard Juma, the Falcon Killer, is currently sitting unemployed. And we honestly have 2 very good pilots that may totally keep him unemployed. But yeah, that's another thought for another day. That's it for now. This is Asher with Starsector. Feel free to like the video if you like it. I always appreciate the thoughts you all give in the comments. They are robust and effective, and it is excellent to hear from you all. Hope you all are doing well. We'll do this again soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.